Good morning, students. I'm Pragati, your psychology teacher, and today I have brought a new topic for you from chapter 4, that is psychological disorder. And the topic which we are going to discuss is about obsessive compulsion disorder. This is one of the most common disorder which we have been found, and this is the compulsion disorder in which a person is been in a pattern of doing something for a number of time from the usual pattern. Okay, mainly it is something related to carrying something in rapidly and in a particular act or action or in a particular series, and that is just because of one kind of normative or something in which our mind forms a particular idea related or thinking related to a topic. So this is something compulsion obsessive compulsion disorder. So this is a topic in which the obsessive means where a kind of thought arises, and compulsion means in which we have to do that until the time we do not do the particular action and our mind doesn't get relaxed. Okay, so in this, I would like to give you some examples from the experience of my clinical knowledge. That is, once a time I was working in CMH, and there I found a person. He was having a obsessive compulsion disorder, and the compulsion what he was having is from the dirt. Till the time he do not washes his hand for a number of time or do not clean a particular area for a number of time, been using that work for one or two or many of time. And also there is some kind of pattern of doing. The pattern was like, if he's been or cleaning some kind of we can say furniture, for example. Okay, a chair, it's dirty. We have they first told the person, please you clean the chair. I clean the chair, for example. Okay, now the person obsession will be still there, that the chair is not completely clean, it's not as neat as it should be. So the person will take a own self towel or a cloth which is completely clean, which should be completely clean, and then rub a particular area of a chair for a longer period of time, like for 5 minutes, for 10 times, for 15 times, for a particular time period like 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and then till he do not do that work, he doesn't get relaxed. The hyperactivity is always there in that, and irritation is always there in the person. Still he do not do. You know that he is doing it for a longer time, but still will be do that work for number of period of time. That is something the obsession is, and the compulsion prevail the activity to do a particular task. Okay, so in a person who are unable to control a preoccupational or a specific idea and are unable to prevent themselves from rapidly carrying out particular act or a series of acts that affect their ability to carry out a normal activity. Like we are normally, if we close the door and lock the door, we lock it and go. Okay, once we check when we lock it, that is normal, or twice we check after lock. But that person who is under obsessive compulsion disorder, he will check it about 10 times, 15 times. It may be, if the compulsions comes in his mind, the obsession comes in his mind, that is it the door locked, I think मैंने लॉक किया था कि नहीं, ऐसा. And he's been away from his home about 60 kilometers away. He will turn the car back to his home, check the door again, and then move back to the journey. Okay, so this is something obsession and compulsion is all about. So obsession is an inability to stop thinking about a particular idea or a topic. A person is so much involved and find themselves their thoughts to be unpleasant and shameful. Those thoughts are very shameful for them. Okay, but the compulsion behavior is that need to perform. It is something in which a person perform a certain behavior over and over again, like he's over and over again he's checking now. For example, compulsion will deal with counting or ordering something or checking it or touching something or washing the clothes or something. Okay, like washing own clothes also. Other disorders in these categories may be including hoarding. Means it is not that obsessive compulsion disorder is only the disorder a person may be suffering from. Maybe he would be suffering from other kind of disorders as well. Okay, and these are disorder may be like hair pulling disorder or skin picking up disorder. It's not only related with cleaning or checking the things again and again, but also like hair pulling or skin pinching, like they pinch their skin for a time again and again to feel that relaxing from that pain, the pain which causes make them feel relaxed. So that is something also comes under OCD, that is obsessive compulsion disorder. So we have to check some time period also. It's not like once a person did or twice a person did then he is suffering from OCD. No, that's not the thing. So we have to find the difference also, that when the person is considered as OCD, what are the symptoms, major symptoms we need to see. That the time period is very important, the working time or the time he has been doing a particular task, what it is it from the normal time it is taking more or not, repetition of a task, how much time, everything is need to be noted down over this. Okay, now moving onward, trauma and stresses related disorder. So the trauma and stress related disorder, this is one of the most known disorder which is known as post traumatic stress disorder. The post traumatic stress disorder, which is also known as PTSD, it is something which causes after a person has been caught with some natural disaster or been a victim of a particular some kind of situation or war related situation or been serious accident or lost their loved one, something as such. So after a great grief or after a great loss of a person's whole from his whole life, the meaning of the life finish up, after that disorder arises in a form of post traumatic disorder. The post means after a traumatic stress, trauma के बाद जो stress arise हो रहा है उसे हम ये disorder का नाम देते हैं. पोस्ट ट्रॉमेटिक स्ट्रेस डिसऑर्डर जो है वो वाइडली हम इंक्लूड करते हैं रिकरेंट ड्रीम्स में. मतलब पर्सन इज बीन फेसिंग विद दैट पर्टिकुलर ट्रॉमेटिक ड्रीम्स. इफ फॉर एग्जांपल अ पर्सन lost their life, their loved ones in a tsunami. So that tsunami scenes will be there in the mind of a person, and this has been observed, this has been studied. When the tsunami comes in India and other country parts, then it has been seen that it affect for a longer time to the people who've been affected by that disaster. Okay, so recurrent dreams, flashback of the dreams. Okay, the flashback होने लग जाता है कि उनको वो बातें दोबारा याद आती हैं. Impairing concentration, they were not able to concentrate over a particular thing. And then emotional numbness means emotionally numb हो जाना, बिल्कुल they will not feel pain, something, not feeling the grief, pain at a high rate, they just sit numb. Okay, adjustment disorder. Adjustment disorder is one of the means they are not able to adjust themselves in another situation, in a newer situation. An acute stress disorder, the stress levels rises in a high extent. Acute stress causes and also include under these categories, means under trauma stress disorder में जो post traumatic stress disorder है, इसमें acute stress disorder हो गया या adjustment disorders हो गए या कुछ आप emotional numbness कह लो, ये सब जो है include होते हैं. ठीक है. Moving on, if we move over the third disorder, this is symptomatic symptoms and related disorder. What does disorder is all about? This is the condition in which the physical symptoms are absent, but the physical disease, but an individual is been suffering from a disorder in psychological difficulties. Okay, biological causes, physical symptoms, complaints of physical symptoms for their no biological cause. वहाँ पे कोई biological cause नहीं हो रहा है, लेकिन वो physical symptoms ही complain कर रहे हैं और psychological disturbance उनको है. ठीक है. This include क्या क्या इसमें include करते हैं? Somatic symptom disorder, conversation disorder, anxiety disorder among others. तो these are some of the disorders. Somatic symptoms disorder जो है वो क्या disorder है exactly, कि इसमें जो एक person है he has been persistently body related symptoms को अपना precise करेगा, like I've been having very pain, severe pain in my stomach and I couldn't work, I have a lot of work, I will be going to die. I've been showing himself on self and very high कि भी मुझे attention pay की जाए, और वो symptoms वो ऐसे symptoms दिखाएंगे जो कि medical conditions में नहीं दिखेंगे, but they are been facing the condition, the disorder has been over symptomatic. The symptoms which may or may not be related to a serious medical, कोई serious medical condition नहीं है, stomach pain हो रहा है, stomach ache हो रहा है, ठीक है, but they are showing कि या तो stone है stomach में या फिर कोई बहुत बड़ा accident हो गया था और उसकी वजह से पेन हो रहा है या कुछ. तो इस तरह की disorders मतलब वो बहुत ही traumatical form में दिखाएंगे छोटी सी चीज को. Okay, people with their disorders tend to be over preoccupied with their symptoms and they continuously worry about their health and make frequent visit to them. What they will do, वो अपनी हेल्थ को लेके इतने ज़्यादा वरी हो जाएंगे कि वो बार बार डॉक्टर के पास आएंगे. है कुछ नहीं, लेकिन डॉक्टर के पास हर हफ्ते पहुंच जाएंगे, हर चौथे दिन. हाँ जी डॉक्टर साहब कहेंगे क्या हुआ, तो पेशेंट कहेगा आगे से सर मेरे ना पेट में बहुत दर्द हो रहा था, इतना दर्द हो रहा था, इतना दर्द हो रहा था कि सिर तक दर्द चला गया और अब मेरे सिर में भी दर्द होने लग गया, मुझे लगता है मेरा ब्रेन स्ट्रोक हो जाएगा, मतलब मेरी वेन फट जाएगी, ऐसा कुछ होने वाला है पक्का, मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा ना घबराहट होने लग गई है, मेरे बहुत दर्द हो रही है. इस तरह के जो है उनके आंसर्स होंगे. ओके, इस तरह के उनके आपको एक डॉक्टर को फ्रिक्वेंटली इस तरह के आंसर सुनने को मिलेंगे और फ्रिक्वेंट विजिट्स होने लग जाएंगे. अगर डॉक्टर ने कहा चलो ठीक है मैं आपको दवाई दे देता हूँ, आप ये दवाई लो और 4 दिन बाद आना, वो 2 दिन बाद ही पहुँच जाएंगे. दिस इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ अ सोमैटिक सिम्पटम डिसऑर्डर. As a result, this experience a significant distress. डिस्ट्रेस होता है और डिस्टर्बेंस है डेली लाइफ में. They are doing something important. For example, I'm working as a teacher. I have lot of work to do in my school. I have some responsibilities. Towards some or the other work, right? But still, I will leave everything and I will show that I am going to die, and then I will go to doctor for my visit. Understand? So this is something which is related. So this is something which is related to somatic symptoms disorder. So these are some of the 3 disorders which we were talking about. Now the illness, anxiety disorder, dissociative disorders we are going to discuss in tomorrow video, and we will also understand how this disorder is been affecting us. Okay, the illness anxiety disorder is also a related disorder of somatic disorder. This disorder involves persistent preoccupation of developing a serious illness and constantly worrying about this possibility. तो वो possibility के बारे में worry करना बार बार. Okay, and this is something associated by the anxiety about one's health. अपनी आपकी हेल्थ के लिए इसमें एक बहुत ज़्यादा टेंशन ले लेना इंडिविजुअल का, बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस ले लेना और उसकी वजह से एंग्जाइटी क्रिएट करना. इंडिविजुअल विद द इलनेस एंग्जाइटी, उसकी इलनेस होने लग जाती है इस डिसऑर्डर से और इवन ओवरली कंसर्न हो जाते हैं. अब वो अनडायग्नोज डिजीज इज अनडायग्नोजेबल. नेगेटिव डायग्नोस्टिक रिजल्ट्स राइज होंगे, फिर वो नेगेटिव डायग्नोस्टिक रिजल्ट्स शो करेंगे. डू नॉट रिस्पॉन्स टू एक्यूरेंस, मतलब वो कहेंगे कि डॉक्टर ने अच्छे से रिस्पॉन्स नहीं किया. एक्यूरेंस बाय द डॉक्टर इज बीन नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल. ठीक है, एंड आर इजिली अलार्म्ड other about illness such as hearing about someone else ill health and some such news. means दूसरे को बीमार देखकर या बीमार सोचकर खुद पे वो चीज ले लेते हैं और then they been feeling about it and then blaming doctor that he is not able to find out my issue or my problem. Okay, so these are some way of illness anxiety disorder and somatic symptoms of the disorder. In general, both the disorders are concentrating with the medical illness. ये दोनों concentrate करते हैं medical illness के साथ. और इनको difficulties क्या है, इसमें problem क्या है कि हम एक्सप्रेस जो है जब वो एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है सिम्टम वो एक्चुअली फिजिकली हमें दिख नहीं रही है. ठीक है, हमें अगर हम रिपोर्ट्स चेक करें, अगर हम टेस्ट करें तो हमें रिपोर्ट्स बिल्कुल नॉर्मल मिलेगी. ओके, इन द केस ऑफ सोमैटिक सिम्टम्स द एक्सप्रेशन इज इन टर्म ऑफ फिजिकल कंप्लेन, वो फिजिकली कंप्लेन करेगा. लेकिन इन केस ऑफ इलनेस एंजाइटी नेम as the name suggests, तो एंजाइटी विल बी द मेन कंसर्न. उसमें मेन कंसर्न क्या, एंजाइटी, घबराहट होना. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि वो आए, वो कह रहा है कि मेरे पेट में दर्द हो रहा है और अब मेरे सिर तक दर्द चला गया, मुझे बहुत घबराहट हो रही है कि कहीं मेरा सिर ना फट जाए. ठीक है ना, तो वो चीज जो है इलनेस एंजाइटी डिसऑर्डर में आ जाती है. द सिम्टम्स तो जो है इनके is only relate with the conservation disorder and reported as a loss of some basic body functions. जो हम कुछ basic body functions को report करता है कि लॉस करने के, जैसे कि पैरालाइज हो गया या ब्लाइंडनेस आ गई या डेफनेस आ गई, मतलब सुन नहीं सकते, या डिफिकल्टी है वॉकिंग में, हम चलने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. जनरल अमाउंट ऑफ सिम्टम्स जो है वो एक्सप्रेस किए जाते हैं. ये सिम्टम्स जो है ऑफन अकर्स, कई बार अक्कर भी होते हैं स्ट्रेसफुल एक्सपीरियंसेस की वजह से एंड मे बी क्वाइट सडन, और कुछ थोड़ी क्वाइटली सडन एक्सपीरियंस है क्योंकि हम इसी चीज़ के बारे में पर्सन 24/7 सोचे जा रहा है, तो वो कई बार इन सिम्टम्स को अपनी बॉडी में देख भी पाता है. वो नहीं चल पाएगा या नहीं, वो चलने में प्रॉब्लम आएगी या वो बिल्कुल नम हो जाएगा, बट एक्चुअली वो चीज़ परमानेंट नहीं होती है. बट सम कुछ बेसिक बॉडी फंक्शन कन्वर्सेशन डिसऑर्डर में हमें देखने को मिलते हैं जब ये डिसऑर्डर्स अराइज होते हैं एट हायर एक्सटेंट. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द चैप्टर एंड थैंक यू एंड हैव ए नाइस डे.